What's going on, crypto miners, and welcome back to the channel. The team over at GekkoScience has found a way to tap into two of my addictions: solo mining Bitcoin and coffee. Let me introduce you to the Mine Coffee Solo Bitcoin Miner from the team over at Altair Tech, repurposing the heat from Bitcoin mining to keep my morning coffee warm. All right, so let's take a closer look at the GekkoScience Mine Coffee. So let's get this opened up here and take a closer look. Check this out. Oh, so actually on the bottom of the lid actually has we'll scan the QR code. I'll do this off camera here to kind of get this set up. I honestly think it's going to be simple and easy. So, wow, this has some weight to it. I'm actually really surprised. So we'll take a look at this here first. Ooh, all right. So I did some research. I did some reading ahead of time. So this is actually real walnut on the bottom that you guys are looking at here. And then we have different buttons for different displays and such with the LED screen right here on the front. We're going to test it out in a minute. Now the top plate here, you can actually see this is actually called the Hotplate. And my understanding is this entire unit, we're used to looking at things at a hash rate target, right? Like, okay, focus on getting 500 gigahash, and the miner focuses on that. Well, this being a coffee warmer, also, side note, you might be able to hide this around your house as a candle warmer. If the wife is interested, you can do that too. But this entire unit is actually temperature targeted. So it's a little bit different than what we're used to because of the purpose of heating this hot plate that you guys see up here. This is actually pretty slick. And you can see here on the back, there's only one little slot here, which is, and I'll get a little closer, is the USB Type-C spot right there on the back. That's really it. Now on the bottom side, we actually get, this is actually kind of cool, coffee equals 0. And then it has a if statement through here with the different commands and such. I'll try to get a little bit closer there, which is pretty slick. That's actually super creative. And then these are actually LEDs on the bottom. So it does a little glow, and you can actually see it's got this almost plastic clear plexiglass around the bottom of it too. So like this was a really well thought out design that we have here. Now, some other things about this that I've learned, we should be able to get about 700 gigahash at about 23 watts. And we'll test that out for sure to learn a little bit more. And inside of here, I'm not going to crack this open today, maybe a future video, we'll see. Inside of here, there's actually a NanoPi with a Linux OS directly on this unit. And the chips inside this unit actually have some of the newer ones. Those are the Bitmain BM1362 chips that you do actually have inside of this unit here. And I really like the fact that, hey, I need a coffee kind of warmer or heater, because I always get that cup of coffee, put it on my table, and then forget about it and come back to it like an hour later. So this is going to be really fantastic. All right, off camera, I'm going to get this set up, and I'll bring you guys in to learn more. All right, so our solo Bitcoin miner is up and mining, and it's actually warming up my cold coffee currently right now. Now the setup process, super easy. You just go ahead and plug it in, and right on the screen on the front, it tells you to connect to its own individual ad hoc Wi-Fi. You connect to it, you go to the IP address 192.168.5.1, brings up this feels like early 90s style arcade gaming style interface, web interface. You set up your wireless and off you go. And so you're caught up now. So over here, checking out on the screen right now, I have everything up, and I'll show you exactly how I set it up and some of the really cool features of this. So first up, you put in your solo pool. I'm solo mining to Brains. I have my solo Bitcoin address. Sorry, no Bitcoin in there yet. And then I put .coffee warmer, because that's really what it is for me, no password. Now scrolling down, as we talked about during the unboxing, everything is based off of the actual temperature that you're aiming for. So not only can you do this on the front with the buttons if you want to adjust the temperature, but you can do it right here in the interface. I have it as hot as it can go, and I have it set to Fahrenheit as needed. Now the nice thing is I didn't realize this actually will show you Bitcoin's price. So right now it just dropped below 103. We're actually around 102, but you can have it show the Bitcoin price. It'll rotate through. It'll show your hash rate. Mine's still booting up right now. We're about high 500 gigahash right now. You can have it show the current time. I uncheck that. I'm going to have mine sitting right here next to my computer. You can have it show the IP address if you're interested. That does make it easier. And then finally, you can have it show your balance as well. Now, I found it shows your balance based off of sats, and like it's not showing anything, says unknown. So I'm probably going to go ahead and uncheck that. Now down below here, you can actually adjust the LEDs on the bottom that I showed you guys. So I'm going to set mine to be orange for Bitcoin, but you can have it be static. You can have it breathing, waves, pulsing, all different types of fun stuff. I'm just going to make it static for myself right now, and you can save your settings right here, and off you go, which is pretty slick. Now, taking a look over at Altair Tech's website, which is where I got this one from, you can see right now goes for about $299. We'll look at this a little bit closer in a minute. But when you scroll down, some things to take a look at, what I know you guys are interested in, the hash rate is listed up to 650 gigahash. So we're going to keep an eye on that for sure in that regard at 23 watts. Now, as we talked about, this is a solo Bitcoin miner. And what that means is that we're almost playing the Bitcoin lottery. Every 10 minutes, a Bitcoin block is found. And every 10 minutes, someone wins a Bitcoin block versus 3.125 Bitcoin. So this miner is not earning you anything right now unless you hit a Bitcoin block. And so we talked about 650 gigahash. Well, over here on Brains, solo.brains.com is where I'm mining to. If I go ahead and put in my address and hit open, I actually have almost 160 terahash right now solo mining Bitcoin. And I've talked about this in previous videos and stuff like that. Kind of scrolling through here, you can see I have a variety of different miners on here, even some S19J Pros with Brains OS on there as well. Now, if we go over to sololuck.com, what are your chances of hitting a block with this unit? So if we come up here, we're going to change terahash down to gigahash, and we're going to put in 650 for our chance here. And it tells us straight out per day, we have a 1 in 9,156,617. So our chances aren't that great. Per year, 1 in 25,000 of hitting a Bitcoin block worth 3.125 Bitcoin, which as of right now is well over $300,000. But to me, this is a great like trinket. This is a great gift. This is a great desk talking piece. I love this. It's going to sit right here, right next to my computer, warming my coffee every day. It's going to show me Bitcoin's price. And hey, it's a lot of fun. It heats my coffee, maybe a candle if someone would like to run that. And the nice thing is yes, I'm going to try my chances at winning that Bitcoin lottery. All right, let's take a closer look. So watts here at the wall. Look at that, only 27 watts, which is crazy. We got our Bitcoin mug staying nice and warm and toasty here. Check out the little orange glow underneath, which is slick. It says 55.9 C. Ooh, when you put your finger on that, it's hot. Like, you don't want to keep your finger on there very long, but love to see it. Got my Bitcoin mug here, warming things up, a little coffee in there. I think this is going to work fantastic on my desk. All right, so if you guys after this video are like, this thing's pretty sweet, I want to go ahead and grab one of these. This would be a great Christmas gift. This would be a great birthday gift for someone in the crypto mining scene or someone looking to get into it. I think this would also be a great thing for something like in your office. You know, it only uses 23 watts. No one's going to hit you up and complain about it. You know, if in your office building, or, hey, look, it's a candle warmer. You know, your wife will have no problem with it. You can uncheck some of the things on the screen. You could just have a clock right on there. You know, look at that. It doesn't mind Bitcoin. I don't know what you're talking about. But I think there's a lot of different fun options and availability of what you could use this for. But if you guys are interested, go over to altairtech.io. I'll put a link directly down below. You can go over and check out the GekkoScience Mine Coffee. It goes for $2.99. I do have a very small discount code for this, but I'll put it directly down below, save you a few bucks. And hey, I would love to see pictures of this. So if you guys do decide to buy one of these, please tag me on Twitter or stop in my Discord and drop a picture in Discord. I'd love to see where you guys are running these. That's going to wrap things up for today's video. I'll see you guys next time.